Picture this, a Monday morning, gloriously sunny, birds chirping. I was feeling confident, rocking a new pair of trousers. Stylishly slim fit, they were meant to say, I've got this whole adulting thing figured out. As I strolled into the office, a sudden ominous ripping sound echoed through the room. My new trousers, in their infinite wisdom, had chosen this precise moment to stage a revolt. The seam, bless its cotton threads, had decided it had had enough of holding things together. It made a dramatic exit, right there in the middle of my derriere. The office, once a picture of industrious silence, erupted in a cacophony of gasps and stifled laughter. One particularly kind soul even offered me a stapler. I politely declined, opting instead for the strategic placement of my laptop bag. That, my friends, is the beauty of everyday life. It's a never-ending source of comedic material. One minute you're strutting your stuff, feeling like you've got it all together. The next, you're the punchline of a joke that's writing itself. And that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's hilarious. Because let's face it, life is too short to take ourselves too seriously. We all have those moments where we trip up the stairs, spill coffee on our favorite shirt, or accidentally reply to our boss with a meme instead of that important report. So buckle up, dear reader, because I'm about to take you on a whirlwind tour of the comedic side of life. We'll delve into the world of awkward encounters, technological mishaps, and those did that really just happen? Moments that leave us questioning our sanity. But most importantly, we'll remember that amidst the chaos, the misadventures, and the occasional wardrobe malfunction, there's always a reason to smile. So, grab your sense of humor, settle in, and get ready for 15 minutes of pure, unadulterated laughter. Trust me, you're gonna need it. This is going to be a wild ride. Have you ever experienced that heart-stopping moment when you reach for your phone and it's gone? Vanished. Poof, into thin air. Your heart pounds, your palms sweat, and you frantically retrace your steps, convinced you've fallen victim to a stealthy phone thief. Just last week, I found myself in this predicament. I searched high and low, my anxiety reaching new heights with every passing second. I checked under cushions, rummaged through drawers, even peered into the depths of the refrigerator. Nothing. My trusty companion, my lifeline to the outside world, was gone. I decided to call my phone, hoping against hope that a kind stranger would answer and guide me back to my beloved device. To my utter disbelief, a familiar ringtone began chirping merrily from inside the refrigerator. It seems my phone had become an unwitting casualty in my quest for a mid-afternoon pick-me-up. Speaking of everyday adventures, let's talk about the magical land of supermarkets. Those sprawling aisles, overflowing with a cornucopia of delights, have the power to turn even the most composed individual into a frenzied hunter-gatherer. One minute you're calmly pushing your trolley, contemplating the merits of organic versus non-organic broccoli. The next, you're engaged in a fierce battle with a rogue shopping cart, dodging stray children, and desperately trying to remember whether you need more toothpaste. It's a jungle out there, my friends, and only the strong, or at least the most organized, survive. I've witnessed my fair share of supermarket shenanigans, from impromptu dance-offs in the frozen food aisle to heated debates over the last avocado, but nothing quite compares to the time I inadvertently became the star attraction in my local supermarket's version of Supermarket Sweep. Picture this. I'm racing against the clock, desperately trying to gather all the ingredients for a culinary masterpiece. I round the corner at breakneck speed, my trolley laden with groceries, only to collide with an unsuspecting elderly gentleman. As I scramble to pick up the scattered groceries, I can feel the eyes of the entire supermarket upon me. Ah, the kitchen, the heart of the home, a place where culinary dreams are made, and sometimes hilariously shattered. It's a space where we gather to nourish our bodies, connect with loved ones, and occasionally engage in epic battles with kitchen appliances. Because let's face it, as much as we rely on our trusty microwaves, ovens, and blenders, they have a knack for choosing the most inopportune moments to stage a rebellion. Take for instance the time my microwave decided to embark on a solo career as a disco ball. I was attempting to heat up a plate of leftovers when the microwave began emitting a series of flashing lights and pulsating sounds. It was as if it had suddenly transformed into a miniature rave, complete with its own light show. Now I'm all for a good party, but this was getting ridiculous. It seemed my microwave was determined to live its best life, even if it meant sacrificing my sanity and my leftovers in the process. The office, a place where dreams go to die, or at least to be put on hold until the next coffee break. We've all been there, stuck in the daily grind, staring longingly out the window, wishing we were anywhere but chained to our desks. But every now and then, something truly magical happens. The mundane transforms into the extraordinary. The ordinary becomes a side-splitting spectacle. Take for instance the day our office building decided to host an impromptu circus performance. A group of acrobatic pigeons decided to use our window ledges as their personal stage, performing daring aerial feats. As if that wasn't entertaining enough, our office dog, a mischievous terrier, decided to join in on the fun. The entire office erupted in a cacophony of laughter, gasps, and the occasional shriek of surprise. Ah, technology. It's supposed to make our lives easier, more efficient, more connected. But let's be honest, technology has a mischievous side, a tendency to malfunction at the most inconvenient times, leaving us feeling frustrated, bewildered, and often utterly helpless. We've all been there, staring blankly at a computer screen that refuses to cooperate, or wrestling with a printer that seems to have a mind of its own. Just last week, I found myself locked in an epic battle of wills with my email inbox. It all started innocently enough. My inbox, usually a model of digital order, had transformed into a chaotic abyss of flashing lights, nonsensical error messages, and emails that seemed to be multiplying before my very eyes. I tried everything to restore order to the digital realm, but alas, my efforts were in vain. As I sat there, watching in dismay as my inbox continued its digital meltdown, I couldn't help but laugh. They say laughter is the best medicine, and nowhere is this truer than in the workplace. In the hallowed halls of corporate life, where professionalism reigns supreme and the pressure to perform is relentless, a well-timed chuckle can be a lifesaver. It's a reminder that beneath the suits, the presentations, and the endless meetings, we're all just human beings, muddling through the best we can. But let's be honest, maintaining a professional demeanor isn't always easy. There are days when the coffee's cold, the deadlines are looming, and the only thing keeping you going is the thought of finally clocking out and indulging in a well-deserved glass of wine, or two. It's on those days when the pressure is on and your sanity is hanging by a thread, that the most unexpected things can happen. Like the time my colleague accidentally wore mismatched shoes to an important client meeting, or the time I walked into a glass door, mistaking it for an open doorway, or the time our CEO's toupee took flight during a particularly animated presentation. These are the moments that test our composure, that threaten to shatter the illusion of professionalism we so carefully cultivate. Ah, social interaction. The lifeblood of human connection, the source of both great joy and utter mortification. It's a delicate dance, navigating the unspoken rules of etiquette, deciphering subtle cues, and trying our best not to accidentally offend anyone in the process. Of course, this is easier said than done. We've all been there, misinterpreting a smile for a come-on, a wave for a summons, or a casual we should hang out sometime for a binding contract etched in blood. It's these moments of social awkwardness, these cringeworthy encounters that make us question our sanity and our ability to function in polite society, but they also make for hilarious stories. Note to self, sometimes silence is golden. Section 2. The wonderful world of awkward encounters. Speaking of awkward encounters, let's not forget those moments when the universe decides to play matchmaker, throwing us into the path of people we'd rather avoid at all costs. It's as if the fates themselves have conspired to create the most uncomfortable, cringe-inducing situations imaginable. Like that time I bumped into my ex and his new girlfriend, who looked suspiciously like my long-lost twin while wearing my oldest, most stained sweatpants. Or the time I accidentally called my boss mom during an important meeting. Or the time I tripped and fell face first into a wedding cake, narrowly avoiding a major frosting-related injury, but forever cementing my status as the clumsiest person alive. These encounters, as mortifying as they may be in the moment, often become the stuff of legend, stories we recount with a mixture of horror and amusement. They remind us that life is messy, unpredictable, and often downright hilarious. Section 3. Friends, the people who laugh with you and at you. But of course, no discussion of social interaction would be complete without mentioning the wonderful, wacky world of friendship. Friends, those magnificent souls who tolerate our quirks, celebrate our triumphs, and laugh at our misfortunes, sometimes even more than we do. They're the family we choose, the partners in crime who make life's journey a little less bumpy and a lot more entertaining. True friends aren't afraid to call us out on our nonsense, to point out the giant piece of spinach stuck in our teeth, or to remind us that no, we don't look skinny in those jeans. They're the ones who answer our late-night phone calls, offer a shoulder to cry on, and help us piece our lives back together after we've made a colossal mess of things. Section 1. Family, the ultimate sitcom. Family. The very word conjures up images of warm hugs, shared meals, and unwavering support. It also brings to mind a special brand of chaos, a unique cocktail of love, laughter, and utter bewilderment. Because let's face it, families are the ultimate sitcom, a never-ending source of hilarious anecdotes, embarrassing stories, and those did that really just happen? Moments that make us question our sanity and our DNA. There's something about the people we're related to, the ones who've known us since we were drool-covered toddlers, that brings out our silliest, most authentic selves. We let down our guard, we embrace the ridiculous, and we laugh until our sides hurt, or until someone threatens to release that embarrassing childhood photo. Section 2. When keeping a straight face is mission impossible. Take, for instance, family dinners. Those sacred gatherings where we attempt to maintain a semblance of decorum while simultaneously dodging flying food and trying to decipher our grandmother's cryptic pronouncements. Just last week I found myself at one such gathering sandwiched between my uncle, who has a penchant for telling inappropriate jokes, and my niece, who has a knack for spilling anything within a 5-foot radius. The conversation flowed, or perhaps lurched, from one hilarious tangent to another. We reminisced about childhood mishaps, debated the merits of pineapple on pizza, and tried to explain the concept of the internet to my grandfather, who still insists on sending letters by carrier pigeon. By the end of the meal, my cheeks ached from laughing, my stomach hurt from eating, and I was fairly certain I'd witnessed at least 3 minor food-related accidents. Section 3. Creating memories, one hilarious mishap at a time. But amidst the chaos, the spills, and the occasional outburst of "he started it," there was a palpable sense of love, a deep-seated connection that only family can provide. Because it's in those moments, those shared experiences of laughter and absurdity, that memories are made. Memories we'll treasure long after the last crumb of dessert has been devoured. And let's be honest, who needs therapy when you have a family? They've seen us at our worst. Remember that unfortunate phase with the questionable fashion choices? And they love us anyway, or at least they pretend to. They're the ones who know how to push our buttons, and how to make us laugh until we snort milk out of our noses. Family, they're the gift that keeps on giving, the source of our greatest joys, our most embarrassing moments, and our most cherished memories. They're the people who drive us crazy, make us laugh, and remind us that no matter what life throws our way, we're not alone. So the next time you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or simply in need of a good laugh, gather your loved ones, embrace the chaos, and remember that life, like family, is best enjoyed with a healthy dose of humor. So, there you have it, a glimpse into the chaotic, hilarious, and utterly relatable world we call everyday life. From wardrobe malfunctions to technological mishaps, from awkward encounters to family shenanigans, we've explored the moments that make us chuckle, snort, and laugh until our sides hurt. And through it all, we've learned one very important lesson: life is too short to take ourselves too seriously. Because let's face it, we're all a little bit ridiculous. We all have our quirks, our flaws, and our moments of utter absurdity. But that's what makes us human. It's what makes life interesting, unpredictable, and, dare I say, downright hilarious. Think about it. When was the last time you had a good, hearty laugh? The kind that leaves you gasping for air, tears streaming down your face, and a smile plastered across your face long after the laughter has subsided? I bet you can remember exactly where you were, who you were with, and what tickled your funny bone. Laughter is a powerful force. It has the ability to break down barriers, to connect us to others, and to remind us of the inherent joy in the world. It's a universal language that transcends cultural differences, social awkwardness, and even the occasional fashion faux pas. So the next time you find yourself feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or simply in need of a pick-me-up, I urge you to seek out a good laugh. Watch a funny movie, read a comic strip, or call up that friend who always knows how to make you smile. And don't be afraid to be the source of laughter yourself. Share a funny story, tell a joke, or simply embrace your inner goofball. Remember, laughter is contagious. When you laugh, you're not just brightening your own day, you're spreading joy to those around you. You're creating a ripple effect of positivity that can have a profound impact on the world. As we've journeyed through this comedic landscape together, we've encountered a cast of characters both relatable and ridiculous, who've reminded us of the importance of embracing the absurdity of life. We've learned that it's okay to laugh at ourselves, to find humor in the unexpected, and to never underestimate the power of a well-timed fart joke. So as you go forth into the world, armed with your wit, your humor, and your ability to find the funny side of even the most challenging situations, remember this: life is a journey, not a destination. And like any good road trip, it's best enjoyed with good company, good music, and a healthy dose of laughter along the way. And in the immortal words of the great Charlie Chaplin, a day without laughter is a day wasted. So go forth, my friends, and laugh like there's no tomorrow. And if you happen to see someone with their trousers ripped, offer them a safety pin, or better yet, share a laugh with them. They'll thank you for it.